being behind the stigma can cause a lot on your own mental well-being. And it's important to help this mental well-being before it's too much into your brain, for example, before it's, affecting your brain or your personal being so much. How could you tell any person who is under the fear of stigma and of course frustrated, for example, in which way can these people avoid the frustration from piling up?
I think there are three ways.
Mm-hmm.
The first, accept it. There are some moments sucks. It's a fact. Times, even though now I'm in the phase of having accepted and being proud of who I am, there are some moments that I'm like, oh, I want to take a ticket, change my name and go to Hawaii alone. I don't want to see anybody. You know, it's part of life. Accept
That's right.
it. Go, have a good cry and get over it. I have a friend, she gave me an amazing tip. I've not used it yet, but I will use it. She said, sometimes when we talk loud, things look, they feel less scary of how they are in the brain.
That's
so
right.
She would speak in the mirror about the talk. Or if she's so frustrated that she needs some kind of physical movement in the meanwhile, she puts earphones. She pretends to be on a call. She goes for a walk and she's actually speaking on herself. And she said, I know it sounds crazy, but believe me, it works.
It's a therapy, yes. It should definitely be. Yeah.
You just throw out of the chest what is making you frustrated. You're walking, so the circulation and the hormones of the because rage is also hormonal. So
that's right.
It makes your hormones go a little bit, to be frayed a bit. She said it really works. Then you go home, you try to relax, you have a shower. But this is the first thing, accept it. It's fine. It can be everybody. You're not the only one feeling frustrated. And let it be. Let your frustration go. Shout, say bad words, totally fine. I would put rap music, say bad words with the songs, totally fine. I mean, as long as the children don't listen, so it's fine. Then the second, don't be ashamed to call for help. And help doesn't necessarily mean a psychologist or a therapist. Help is also take the phone, call a friend that knows your situation and say, listen, I need to vent. Let me vent. You don't have to answer. You can even just put the phone and let me talk by myself, but let me vent.
That's right.
Friends are going to be happy of that. And not only with your situation. Like, for example, I have struggled many years, and I mean many, with anxiety and panic attacks.
That's right.
And it's a topic that after over 10 years, still I'm not fully comfortable with. But I 3 or 4 friends on the speed call that if I feel that a panic attack is coming, I call them. And they know already, because we discussed it. And we discussed what to do in case I'm starting having a panic attack, what kind of answers they can have, how they can help me.
That's right.
And I call them. I start speaking, and I swear, I'm not saying that therapy is not the first thing to look, because you have to look for therapy, but at least it helps me. So I'm saying this, try to find somebody that can, first thing, accept it. Second thing, find somebody that can be with you through the process. And the third thing, try to step up from your own perception of what it's making you, affecting your mental well-being. So as I said, in my case, as I said, I tried to turn the shame into pride. So why to be ashamed because I'm the only one? Rather be proud that I'm the only one, because I'm the first one to have the guts to do that.
Yeah.
Or, for example, I know people that might be ashamed of their sexual orientation. Through the acceptance and the talking part. The third is to step up and to try, to try to accept and live your life, in small steps, trying, to go more from the positive side.
That's right.
That. And it takes time. It can't come, like this.
Immediately, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come. But every small step matters because it makes you feel the more and more natural in your day.
Exactly.
And this was also a topic that can be, it's not only for the minorities, the minority of the ethnic background, because, for example, very easy background, a person of color might feel ashamed of his own color because grew up all his life or her life in society that takes like account the people of color like inferior.
Exactly.
Let's things as they are, inferior. First, you accept it. You accept your rage because you have the right of being angry about it.
That's right.
Second, you create your tribe of people that agrees with the topic. And third,
That's
you
right.
step up to, to do incorporate your positive rage in your personal life.
Definitely.
So each of us of small communities of people going through something. At the end of the day, we all have this connection link of these 3 steps. Exactly. And we all can use them, for empowering ourselves and making our lives not easier, but, like to make these parts of our life more incorporated in your life. And also because these parts of us is not what define us. I'm not only a single mother. I am also a single mother, but I am not only a single mother. That's not what defines the side of my life. A person of color, you have to acknowledge the color of the skin because with that it comes so much that goes on in the life. But it's not all. That person has a background, that person has personal experience, that person has gone through other things also. And that person is not only a person of color. So don't identify them only with one side of their story. And so these are the 3 steps. And the 4th step, that it goes as plus to these 3 steps.
That's right.
Find out that goes through your same thing. Don't feel that you are good, because definitely you are not. Yeah. And in Finland, we are really lucky because the personal stigma is much less strong than in other cultures. Personal differences are more accepted than in other cultures. Right. So it's a great example. Finland, I feel it's a great example on how you can actually try to be yourself, to create yourself an identity and not be ashamed of that.
Exactly. And of course, with all the support around, it helps a lot. I was thinking as well for the people who are coming from the cultures where the stigma is quite heavy, they could always find a champion from their own culture who can kind of advise them in a sense. They can speak the same language, they can communicate in a positive direction and so forth. It can help quite a lot in many ways.
And generally, that's why also I'm really happy to have this conversation with you. It's that you see other people talking openly about the topic. They are most likely it's people that they went through the same struggle themselves. It's just that they are free of the stigma or almost the stigma. Yeah. But they've gone through the same stage of I don't want to talk about it or I'm ashamed about it. And there is people that went over it. It's easier then to try to do the same.
Exactly.
And I myself, for example, listen to a lot of podcasts, and I feel empowered by the podcasts. You can find them on YouTube. You can find them on Spotify. And the topics are a lot. It's like, for example, body acceptance about minorities. This is also something I struggled a lot. Single parenthood. There are so many topics that we might feel very very close to us, and we might not really feel comfortable to talk about yet. But when you see somebody part of your community or somebody that has been through the same and finally has the courage to talk about it, it inspires you, to say, what if I try one day tomorrow? I try small, to do the same.
Exactly.